Hello, good evening and a very warm welcome to Love Audio's YouTube channel. My name is Paul Webber. Very good to have you along this evening, and we're going to be talking all about trimming a video inside Studio One, okay? It sounds bizarre, but yeah, it can happen. I completely found out by accident, so I'm going to talk you through that through this evening's show. So if you're looking to edit a video and you have the Studio One software, you could actually drag the video into the software itself and either add audio to it if you wish. You can trim the audio back and forth to make it the right length, etc., etc. All sorts of things you can do with it, and I'll show you all about that a little bit later on. First of all, say hi. This particular channel is all about audio production. If you're a complete beginner, that's absolutely fine. I was completely self-taught, not been to a college or university to learn any of this stuff. It's all self-taught over the years. So I'm in the same boat as you guys. If you're just beginning out into audio and you'd like to learn more, then please do stick around. Make sure you subscribe as well. And also click that little bell button. What that does is enables you to be notified every time we go live. And I'm trying to stick to a schedule of going live every Monday night. So if that suits you at 8 o'clock each and every Monday night in the UK, then that's fine. If you're listening around the world elsewhere, please do drop into the comments. Let me know exactly where you are, and I can say hi to you as well. All right. So we'll drop your message in there and it'll appear on the screen right in front of us. So who am I? I'm Paul Webber. The company is Love Audio. I'm passionate about production and hope that you will be as well. Okay, so that's our aim, is to get you enthralled into creating audio of all sorts of descriptions. Predominantly my thing really is voiceover work. So I do a lot of voiceover work for corporates, also for radio stations, do video narration as well. I'm also a big jingle fan. Okay, hold my hands up, absolutely guilty of that. If you like jingles as well, we're going to be sharing some of those ideas. If you like jingles from all over the world, particularly from the States, then I have first-hand experience. Managed to visit Jam Creative Productions in Dallas for my 50th birthday. That was a few years ago, but it was great fun. Got a jingle made there as well. I've also had other jingles made. Let me just play. I've got, hopefully the Stream Deck will work. Got Stream Deck running this evening, running the whole show. Fingers crossed, and the wind in the right direction. So let me play your jingle. That, of course, is the jingle that came up with the splash screen at the beginning there. You might recognise that. The good thing is I've loaded up a couple of them on the same button, so I just have to press that again. Paul Webber! That was a Dallas shout I had done back in the 80s, believe it or not. So you get the idea. We'll be dropping those in through this evening, no doubt, between now and whatever time it finishes. I don't want to keep you any longer than about an hour, so please do stick around. But if you are in the stream right now and you want to say hi, please do so. Just drop a thing in the comments there, and it'll flash up on the screen. So we'd love to hear from you. What have you been up to today as well? And also, how are you getting started in audio? What's the kind of things that you're coming up against? And maybe if you drop that into the comments as well, we should be able to kind of dive into our DAW, and that's the Digital Audio Workstation, and maybe give you a hand and kind of work around the sort of issues that you're coming across. If that is the case, obviously do let me know. That'd be really good. If there's anything else you'd like us to mention on the show in the next couple of weeks or so, then please, again, do drop me a message there, and I'll be glad to be able to cover that for you. All right. Tell you what, let's dive into it. First of all, let me bring this up. This should be me inside another screen, which is also my desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into this particular software. Now you'll see already there's a very smart chap on screen. Don't know who this guy is. I really don't know. You won't believe it, but he was wearing his pajamas below the waist there. They're giving away the secrets now. But this is a video that I'm going to be playing you a little bit later on, and I'm going to be bringing it into the program itself as the live stream. But I wanted to show you that you can actually drag a video into this particular software, and you can edit the software itself. You can edit the video itself. So what I did was Let me see if I can unmute this. So I'll bring the video down here. This is the actual video. So you literally drag and drop the video into this particular production window, okay? I just happen to have labeled it video edit, which is fine. Just going to drag that over a little bit further to that side so we can see what's going on. Now this is the mix down that I created from the whole of this above here. But what I wanted to do is just mute that and let's have a look here. Unmute these sections here so you can hear what I did. And also there's a button on here, by the way, when you bring a video in, there's a button just here with a zigzag line. If I hover over that, you'll see it says extract audio. Now as soon as you do that, it puts the audio from the video into a new audio editing window, which is absolutely brilliant. So it means what you can do is you can trim it, okay? You can trim it down to the exact start of the video and the end of the video, which is really cool. You can also add a different track in there. So what I did in this particular case was add an audio track in. All right, so let's just listen to that first of all. If I solo that, and I should be able to play this, you should be able to hear just the audio mix itself.
COVID-19 update.
And then I drew in the audio volume curve there. You can see that as it curves down. Let me just zoom in a bit further, perhaps you might be able to see that. So you can see the blue line there. And that's the audio, me dipping the audio when I'm looking at the mix channel here. So this particular fader there. I had it on read, but of course, on write rather. When you're writing it of course to the track, but if you're reading it back, then you obviously look at that particular track there, okay? So that's now playing. Stop that. And then if I go back to this particular track at the top, so if I unsolo that and then solo that track, this is the audio from the video, but you can see the video playing alongside it at the same time. Here we go. Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus update from the UK. I'm Paul Webber. Not going to give you any more than that because I'll be playing the whole thing very shortly. But you see, so this particular music track wasn't in there, and I didn't want to play it in when I was recording the video because I would have had difficulty controlling the volume from where I was stood next to the green screen, which is over to my right. Your left as you're looking at me, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's over there with lights on it and everything else. And the microphone is an SM58, and I've positioned it above my head, and it's out of shot, so you can't see it, which is really cool. It's not particularly brilliant. I'd love to get a lapel mic. I think that's my next purchase. So that might be something I might be investing in, because then I can do a piece to camera and have the microphone nice and close, and it'll sound really good as well. Okay. I'm not particularly impressed by the vocal. Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus update from the UK. It does sound a little bit tinny because of the room itself, and I didn't have any padding nearby. It's just me stood in the open space, if you will, in front of the camera. But like I say, if I have a lapel mic, then that's going to be a lot better, bound to be a lot better when it comes to recording sound alongside the video, perhaps. All right. But I thought I'd just show you that because it's really interesting that you can actually just drag a video in here and then start, manipulating it, moving it around, etc. And if you, let's say for instance, you did several takes in this whole long video section along the top here, what you could do is drag the end marker and the start marker into where you wanted that particular edit. Say you got it wrong there where that gap is, okay? Now that happens to be where I swap screens. As you can see, it's kind of blurred there, and it's swapping a screen from one to the other. But let's say you made a mistake and you wanted to start over. You could bring the end screen in to that particular section and then export that bit as a separate video and then start again with the start and end just there, perhaps. All right. So that's also something you can do and export it as a different video, because it exports according to what you put as your end marker and your start marker. All right. So again, that's pretty useful as well. And you could probably do the same thing with the audio by cutting up any audio that you have in here. And let me just get rid of that window there so you can see it a bit better. So, if you just wanted that particular piece of audio there, for instance, you could do that alongside the particular video section that you were editing and then export that and that would be a separate video file alongside the audio as well, which I found really, really good. I thought it was such a fascinating way of doing it. So anyway, that's how I've done it. What I want to do now is actually bring in the video, if I may, so you can see the whole thing, and we can talk some more about this as well. So I'm just going to save that where we are. So go to save. As I say, I've just called it video_edit, so I know what it's called and where it's at. Let's reduce that. And we're back to the vMix screen here, as you can see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the video itself. Make sure it's got to restart. Always do that as well. If you're bringing an a video into your production window, particularly if it's vMix, make sure you press restart on the video. That then takes it back to 0. Otherwise, you might be sending this across to the production and starting your video partway through. Okay, so quick jingle before we go. 2 seconds.
Across the Southwest, Devon's favorite love audio.
COVID-19 update.
Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus update from the UK. I'm Paul Webber. A hospital in Somerset, 72 miles from our studios here in Devon, is refusing to accept new patients after a higher than normal rate of coronavirus patients being treated there. Western Hospital NHS Trust described it as a precautionary measure, and arrangements have been made for new patients to be treated elsewhere. Medical Director Dr. William Oldfield said the situation was under review. We currently have a high number of patients with COVID-19, he said, and as an extra precaution, we have taken the proactive step to temporarily stop accepting new patients to maintain patient and staff safety. In other news, as you can see from our graphic here from the World Health Organization, the figures for the UK are, as of today, clearly shown, with overall cases of the coronavirus now reaching 261,184. Sadly, of those cases, 36,914 have now died from the virus. That's up by 121 on the previous day's numbers. Thank you. Now back to the Love Audio production studio. So there you go. That was how you edit a video in Presonus Studio One, 4.6 they're currently up to, which is really cool. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty good idea to kind of bring that video in, do it earlier on, obviously, that's hence the suit and tie. Like I say, I was wearing pajamas just below that. I thought, well, I'm not going to get completely dressed because it's so warm in here in the studio. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's just showing the desktop, isn't it? So let me whiz that over there. And then we can, there we go. So that's the software that I used, obviously, and the video itself. So again, rewind to the beginning. You can see I edited a bit off, can't you? Look, there I am staring into the screen, or staring into the actual, I don't know what I was looking at, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it was, hang on, let's just play it. I think I counted myself in. Oh look, I got a bit of shine on the head there as well because of the lights. Enjoy that. Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus. There you go. And the thing is, I've never done TV before, or even done a video to screen like that, you know, with a virtual background and stuff and green screen and stuff. So it was all a very steep learning curve. Let me just say that. Should be on Sky News. Dan, thank you very much. Great supporter of the channel. Dan Redford, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and thank you very much indeed. If you are into music editing, even if you're not, it doesn't really matter. We're just here to chat today. If there's anything you want us to kind of highlight and discuss over the next couple of weeks or so, then yeah, you know, do get in touch. Drop me a message, and we'll do that for you, no problem at all. As I say, yeah, it was a great way of getting this video in. As I say, I didn't really think it would be a world-class production or anything like that, but I did have fun with it, and it was good fun to make, even though of course it was a serious subject. I did also bring in let me have a look here for you if I can find it. In fact, it's on a button, isn't it? I don't know why I'm looking down there. I've got buttons to do all this kind of thing with. So, oh no, it isn't. No, I beg your pardon. It's not on the buttons here because I've brought it in under a separate project, so it won't be in here, will it? That's the video itself.
COVID-19 update.
Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus update from the UK. I'm Paul Webber.
Yeah,
A hospital in Somerset.
Have I stopped it? Stop. There you go. That's better. Okay. But you know, you get the idea. So it was, as I say, good fun to make, and even though it was a serious subject, of course, with the coronavirus thing going on currently. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you are in the comments right now, you want to say hi, please say hi to us. Daniel did. If you want to support the channel, by the way, that's a great opportunity for you to get involved and support me if you can. I have a new Patreon account. You can go to patreon.com/Love Audio Production. Okay, if you missed that. And it's a great way of just supporting this particular channel, helping me to go live each and every Monday night at 8 o'clock, and also doing the interim videos as well that I'll be uploading on audio production. So, please do head on over there. It's patreon.com/Love Audio Production. Would love to see you over there. And if there's anything, again, on that particular channel you'd like me to cover, then please do let me know. Over on there, by the way, you'll see on my Patreon channel, and you don't have to pay for this, by the way. It's just a thing that I've put up there. I've put a start to finish montage of images about the studio build. So this particular studio, as I've mentioned before, was a couple of brick-built sheds. And the work began just before Christmas last year. That's right. I'm right in saying that, aren't I? No. Is that right? No, that can't be right, can it? That can't be right, can it? Yes, it can. So November time last year, because I moved in July, moved into the house in July. So last year, work began around about November, December time, and it took about 6 to 8 weeks for the whole thing to be built. It was a couple of brick sheds, so they had to knock down the walls of the brick sheds, make it all open plan. One of the brick sheds was an old coal shed. Next to the coal shed was an old outside loo, really old-fashioned, with a big over-the-head system things with a wire that came down. That's now been replaced by a really smart, kind of toilet and sink and everything else. Hot and cold taps running to it. Radiator in there as well. My goodness, not that you need it this weather. It's really warm. New windows as well in the skylights, and new doors front and back, and painted in the lovely blue colour you see behind me. But the pictures on my Patreon channel, I'll give you that again, that address, actually show start to finish, knocking down the sheds, knocking down the bricks, doing the flooring, plastering, plumbing, heating, lighting, all that kind of stuff went into it, and literally from start to finish. Dan says, I remember it was November before Christmas. You're absolutely right, Dan, yeah. But me and my builders were really ill. So we swore blind that we'd unfortunately contracted this. Once we've heard about the coronavirus, of course, we were thinking, my goodness, I wonder if we got it early. But of course, if it wasn't, kind of initiated in this country, it probably was just as we would call it, the flu, perhaps. But pleased to say we got over it and everything's back to normal. But strange times we're in. How the fish, says Dan. They're all right, actually. They're thriving, and the black suckerfish comes out of its hole very often now and has a good mooch about. And in fact, he sticks himself to the side of the filter for the tank, which is quite interesting. I don't know why I'm talking to you through that pip little circle thing. Let me just get back to the main camera. Where are we? There we go. Okay. And I can zoom into you by the way, like that, which is quite scary, isn't it? And then back out again. Hi. All right. So the fish are doing really well, thank you. What else can I tell you? What's happening currently? What's going on? So I'm normally on air Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. till 7 p.m. on The Breeze, South Devon. But of course, from lockdown, they networked my particular show, the afternoon show, and I've been working from home. basically helping out the sales team and the sales and promotions and interactive team as well, with regards to helping them come up with different ideas and things about how they can approach and help clients in the area. So that's what I've been doing. It's been really rewarding as well, not just for the Celador radio group, but kind of further afield as well, which is quite good news, which is pretty good. Dan says, yeah, looks good now. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's good. And obviously, once lockdown's all over, Dan, you'll have to come around and have a coffee and take a look. Make sure you bring the Danishes. That was always a thing with Daniel, bringing the Danishes to the studio. Very good. Really appreciated at that time. Don't get me wrong. It was really good. But yeah, it's if you go onto the Patreon page, as I say, you don't have to pay anything at all. That's obviously optional for yourself to help support the videos. But if you want to take a look at the start to finish pictures on there, please do so, and of course let me know in the comments and stuff like that about how you found all of those pictures going through the build. I did post some on my Facebook page a while back, but as I say, that was some time ago, and now everything's done and dusted. It's nice to kind of look back on how it started and all of the work that really went into it to make it what it is today, which is fantastic. But listen, so you've basically learned how to import a video today into the software that I use, which is the Presonus Studio One software. As you can see there on the screen, that good-looking chap in the suit. That was the video that we edited today, and put some music with it as well. This particular backing track, by the way, was produced by TM Studios in Dallas, and they've done several, but this particular one is a
COVID-19 update.
with a bed underneath it, so you can then dip the music and talk over it, which is pretty cool. They've done a health update as well and things like that, but it was a freebie for them, so that's pretty cool, and you can use it wherever you like, so they tell me. So YouTube, there you go, now you know. But yes, thank you so much indeed for joining me, and look forward to seeing you on the next stream. What's he said? Oh yeah, and tea. Ofedo, thank you very much for joining me. Hi. A little bit late. We're just about to finish, to be perfectly honest with you, but you can certainly watch the replay, Ponder replay, as Rihanna called it. I must get a clip of that. But yeah, thank you very much indeed for joining us, Ofedo. Hope your streams are going well. Ofedo was one of the contestants, is that the right word? Participants? Students in the Leader Challenge. The Leader 2020 stood for LEDA, which is live every day in April. And that was the challenge that Ofedo and 200 other people did, to go live every day in April, which was good fun. And the training that they gave us enabled me to jump live onto things like this, get the gear that I needed, get the software that I needed in order to go live and kind of build up that confidence as well, which of course, everybody's lacking in that particular field. If you've never done it before, it's one of those scary things. Ofida says she'll catch it in the replay. Thank you very much indeed for your message, Ofida. Thank you very much indeed, and look forward to seeing your comments once you've had a chance to recap on the replay. But I'm going to say cheerio. It's almost 8:30, so get some tea. I think it's well deserved, and want to thank you very much indeed for all of your comments and. For all of you for joining me on the stream today. It's been very, very worthwhile, and hope to see you on the next one. In the meantime, this was the subject of today's video. You can trim video inside Studio One? Yes, you can. Trust me, it does work, and it works really, really well. So thank you very much indeed, as I say, for joining me. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care. Have a nice night.
Love on the